Welcome, viewers. We're researchers studying Japan, a chain of islands in the Far East, a mysterious country we'll view from various angles. Domo, I'm Professor Arrow. I take the train to work. I've just learned how to get myself onto a crowded train.
Domo, I'm his assistant Vector, and I walk to work. Lately, I've learned how to navigate the Shibuya Scramble Crossing without running into people as I go.
Welcome! Yokoso! Vector, we've been here for years, and at last we're getting used to Tokyo.
That's right! At first, I was shocked at how many people there were here.
That's for sure. Even by Japanese standards, Tokyo is crowded.
It sure is. And Professor, I found some figures on just how crowded Tokyo really is.
You have?
Officially, Tokyo is home to about 13,880,000 people.
Yes?
Here's a quiz.
You sprung this on me, but I'm ready.
Chiyoda-ku, the ward in the center of Tokyo, is home to the National Diet, headquarters of the nation's biggest companies, and Tokyo Station. But what is the difference between its daytime and nighttime populations?
Well, a lot of people work there during the day, so twice as many as at night?
Wrong!
No?
The answer is 14 times!
What? There's that big a difference between day and night? No wonder those trains are so packed.
Yep. And with visitors, students, or tourists, people come to Tokyo from all over the place.
Yes.
So today, the subject of our investigation is... Tokyo!
Here we go! Tokyo at last.
We'll see how the destination of so many, the city of Tokyo, is part of the Japanese normal.
Right. We'll look at it from various angles and find what's truly Japanese.
Let's go!
Design angle.
You know, Professor,
Hmm?
there's just so much to enjoy about Tokyo.
That's for sure. And for that, there's something on time, convenient, and underground. Know what that might be?
The subway, of course. I ride it all the time.
You're right! You can go almost anywhere in Tokyo on the subway. Every single day it carries more than 7 million people.
Right there, under your feet.
But building it was a lot of work. Do you want to hear about it? Do you?
I sure do!
In that case, let's
Japangle!
Historical angle. Before the subways, the streets of Tokyo were thronged with automobiles and jam-packed streetcars.
Wow.
A man who worked at a railway company thought he could change all that. His name was Noritsugu Hayakawa.
Oh.
He thought that putting a railway below ground might solve the problem of Tokyo's crowded streets.
Huh.
He went to work trying to get permission to build an underground railway, but met with opposition.
Why?
All the scholars and engineers insisted that it couldn't be done.
What?
Much of Tokyo was landfill. The city had originally been seabed.
It had?
The land that had been sea was just too soft, they all said. Trying to dig a tunnel through it for a subway would be way too dangerous.
Oh, I see.
Hayakawa was discouraged, thinking Tokyo could never have a subway. But then, as he walked through the streets, a bridge gave him an idea. Tokyo has lots of bridges, with lots of piers underneath to support them.
So what?
When there's a storm, they don't fall.
No.
So doesn't that mean that the ground under those piers must be hard enough to support them?
That makes sense.
Hayakawa hurried to Tokyo City Hall and checked the drawings for the bridges. And yes, he was right. The bedrock under even the landfill areas of Tokyo was solid, and there would be no problem in digging tunnels for subways there.
So all those scholars and engineers had been wrong.
Yes, that's right. However, there was still one problem left to solve.
And what was that?
The money to build a subway. No one would invest money when they didn't know who would ride on one.
Right. There wouldn't be much point if no one was going to ride on it.
Hayakawa believed that people would ride a subway in those areas that were crowded with heavy traffic. He decided to see where the streets were most crowded with vehicles and people.
So how did he do that?
He used beans.
Beans?
Yes. For every person that passed, he'd put a white bean in his pocket. For every vehicle, a black bean. That way he was able to count. Sometimes on the street,
Yeah?
sometimes in a train station, and sometimes at bus stops.
People must have wondered.
In the end, he concluded that people would most likely use a subway that started at Asakusa and ran through Ueno, Ginza, and on to Shimbashi.
Huh.
With the problems of foundation and money solved, he was granted permission to build his subway.
Hooray!
And so, in 1927, the first of Tokyo's subways was complete.
Well done.
Able to keep to a regular schedule, subways gradually replaced the streetcars running on the surface. And since then, the system has expanded to cover most of the city of Tokyo.
That's great! But aren't there too many?
Maybe. They're just so convenient.
When the Japanese go to work on something, they really like to go all in.
Tokyo. Mode. Tokyo. Mode. 60s. 60s.
70s. 70s. Tokyo. Mode.
Tokyo. Mode.
80s. 80s.
90s. 90s. Tokyo. Mode. Tokyo. Mode.
Zeros.
Zero. 10.
Tokyo. Mode. Tokyo.
Runway.
Tokyo!
Mode!
Tokyo!
Mode!
Tokyo! Runway!
Oh, we're back.
Yes, but Tokyo's got a really hot summer. When it almost hit 40 the other day, I thought I was going to die.
They say it's so hot because of all the concrete. The heat has nowhere to go.
Yes. All those people and all that heat into the bargain?
Don't worry. In Tokyo, they have cool ways to beat the summer heat.
Tell me about it.
It's time for Research
J! Technical angle.
First, the Shibuya Scramble Crossing.
They say it's the most famous such crossing in the world.
It's used by up to 500,000 people a day. Sometimes 3,000 cross it at once.
Really? That's one hot scramble.
It would be, but there's a cool technique being applied here.
Oh?
Take a good look at the pavement here, Professor.
Have they done something to the street?
The surface is painted with a substance that cuts the heat.
It is?
Look at this. The left side hasn't been painted yet, but the right side has been.
Oh,
When we look at these through a heat-sensitive camera,
oh, they're different colors.
the painted surface is 10 whole degrees cooler.
Wow, that's cool.
Next is Marunouchi, the office district. Look at the shower here.
It's spraying out a mist. But you'll get soaked. What's cool about that?
No, Professor, you don't get wet from that.
What? You don't get wet?
No, and here we are at the factory that makes the shower to find out why.
So what's that?
Paper that changes color when it's wet.
Oh,
You can hold this paper in that mist, and the color doesn't change.
which means it's not wet?
That's right. The mist is so fine, it evaporates instantly.
Oh,
But since evaporation takes heat out of the surrounding air, mist brings the temperature down by 3 degrees.
oh, I see. The mist doesn't get you wet, but it's still cool.
The next cool technique involves the vending machines you find everywhere in Tokyo.
Yes, I knew we'd get to these. If you walk 100 meters down the street, you find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's more. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and one more makes 15.
But
What?
wouldn't it take a lot of electricity to keep all these machines cold?
I guess it would.
But there's a really cool technique for this too.
There is?
Look at this.
Huh?
This sensor measures the outside temperature.
Oh, what's it doing there?
On a hot day, when people buy cold drinks, it cools this much.
Ooh.
But on cooler days, when people don't buy so many drinks, it only cools up to here.
Wow! It only refrigerates what's likely to be sold. Very ecological and very cool.
Finally, a Tokyo skyscraper. The roof here is one of the hottest places in the whole city. The people who maintain the building's equipment have a job that keeps them up here from morning till night.
That'd give you a heat stroke for sure.
Don't worry, the workers all have cool clothes.
He's got something on his waist.
Yes, a fan mounted on his jacket.
Huh? What? A fan? You're right.
It's set up like this. You turn the switch, and the fan
Yes, it's spinning.
Two fans take in air from outside, and this creates a breeze.
The jacket's expanding.
The breeze goes up the back and out through the arms and neck.
Woohoo!
Since the air is blowing over the body,
It's cool.
you just like saying that.
But all these ways they have of beating the heat make the Japanese very cool. Spirit Angle.
浅草神社若頭神門の杉林礼二郎です。普段は飛び職と言って足場を作ったり壊したりっていう仕事が一番の仕事です。あとは時期によってはお祭りの準備をしたり片付けをしたりということをやっています。今親父が7代目です。で、次僕は8代目になるんですけど、その親父今頭っていう立場なんで、僕なんかは若頭と呼ばれます。各神社には必ずおみこしというものがあって、そのおみこしが宮出しをして町中を渡御して無事に宮入り蔵入れができるように一切の面倒を見るということが宮頭の最大の仕事かなと思います。やっぱりその神門辰五郎ってすごい人で、やっぱりそういう先人たちがこうやってきたことを今度自分が8代目となって今度背負って立つ時にやっぱりその先代たちの顔に泥を塗ることもできないし、名前を汚すこともできないし、だからものすごくプレッシャーはありますよね。基本的に江戸っ子っていうのは、昔から言われてるのはせっかちで怒りっぽくて、でもすごく人情深くて涙もろいような、そんな男がなんか江戸っ子っぽいのかなと思いますけど、すぐカチンとくる人多いですよね。怒るの早いんですよね。でもね、やっぱりすごくみんな人情があるっていうか、だからただ単に怒るんじゃなくて、やっぱり何かのことに対して一生懸命だったりしたり、良かれと思ってもっと良くしようと思ってのそういうのもあるんでしょうけど、やっぱりでもこの土地に生まれ育ったことが嬉しいし誇りだし、みんな浅草が大好きだと思うし、ここの人たちの人柄ですよね。とにかく人情深いっていうか、自分が住んでる場所をどれだけ好きになれるかっていうことだと思うんですけど、みんなでも少なからずというかそういう気持ちはすごく強く持ってると思いますね。すごく浅草っていいとこだし、そういうところなのかな。
Isn't it great to see everyone all turned out like that?
Yes, for all the chaos, that's a great festival. And there are people coming together in ways like that all over Tokyo.
You're right. Tokyo's an amazing place. We need to study it more.
Yes.
But to the Japanese, this city of Tokyo is something perfectly normal. It means Japan is so